So for this particular short video, I'd like to talk about how the things that have happened to us in our childhood can affect our yoga practice and the way that we respond to the poses. So, as we all know now, any emotional difficulties in our childhood, such as our emotions being ignored or mocked, or having traumatic events happen to us when we were young, they actually mold their way into our way of responding as adults, because our brains are forming when we're children. And those ways of reacting, defending, protecting ourselves, our coping mechanisms in childhood, they are there for us as adults unless we begin to understand where they're coming from and begin to be able to untangle them. So it's very common to experience with my students that they are still weighted by the past. And so doing particular poses which can help heal this is really important. For example, it may be that when you're a child, your hurts, your physical hurts, your emotional difficulties were just ignored or ridiculed by your parents, or they were actually too busy to notice. So as an adult, you will probably feel a great need for people to be kind to you, or to hide how you feel emotionally when you're feeling difficult feelings, in case people laugh at you, or maybe you've been taught that actually your own difficult feelings don't matter and are not important and should be pushed down. So we will, for that particular scenario, we would do poses, a few poses each day that would open up the layers that have been locked in very, very gently. And of course, for some people, it might help if they work with the therapist at the same time. And recognizing it is the most important thing, because as with all feelings, when they come through, they are feelings. So they must be pertinent to the situation. And sometimes actually they're not pertinent to the situation. So it may be that you're interpreting an action by a friend as unkindness, when actually it's the fact that that friend is just not noticing they're doing something that is actually distressing for you. So our childhood hurts will be setting off alarm bells that this is not okay, that they're being mean to us or whatever. And in fact, they're actually oblivious to this. So the awareness that yoga brings us is really important. We've got some boats going by. Oh, we've got a ferry and a small rubber dinghy. So I thought it was important to note that, because I know in myself, I have to double check when I'm feeling something. Is this actually related to this situation, or is it related to something in the past and is telling me that it's urgent now, and I will misread the present situation. So do think about that when you're doing yoga. You know, some people come to yoga and they think, oh, it's going to make me feel peaceful and calm. Well, yes, it has that tendency, but not if there are locked in emotions inside. So you may start doing yoga and find out that you feel upset, that you need to cry more, that there are all sorts of difficult emotions coming up. But if you're with a good yoga teacher, only a little at a time will come up. So there are poses that can help you just close it down for a while and give you a break. I hope that's helpful. I'm in brilliant sunshine. I'm on holiday on my boat, so very lucky really.